Apple Music versus Spotify, a subject matter that divides families over Thanksgiving since before America was found. But Apple Music definitely has its advantage in the lossless desktop niche. I know it is so niche that I accidentally ran into it. And because of that, I want to share my experience as it felt like I was opening my third eye for the very first time when I heard the beautiful, lossless, uncompressed files from my desktop. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get the best audio experience from Apple Music. And before we get started, just know that this isn't going to be a hyper technical review. It's just the gear that I already had. And if it is out of your price range, just know that there'll be links to alternatives down below, or I'll show them on the screen. To get started, you'll need a subscription to Apple Music. Then you'll need to play HIDIZS A Moment Apart, which is by far the most perfect song in the universe. That's how it started for me, at least. And I wondered why this experience in Apple Music sounded so drastically different. And that's because Apple Music a while ago introduced lossless. I know Tidal has it. I know other people have it. I know Amazon, but we're not talking about those guys, all right? So calm down in the comment section. Typically, when a song is streamed over a cellular connection, it has to be compressed, which means that you might lose a certain sound, you might lose a certain pitch, you're just gonna lose a lot of data. However, if you're on a laptop and over Wi-Fi, that's not really a concern, right? Lossless audio is basically the better, bigger version that's uncompressed, which Apple Music streams over its services. So from Apple Music, you're gonna need two very important pieces of hardware, which are a DAC, a digital to analog converter, and a pair of headphones, which have a 3.5 millimeter jack that will connect directly to the DAC. So I didn't know this when I got started, but you can't listen to lossless over Bluetooth headphones. There's just not enough power in Bluetooth yet to have that type of quality. For my personal choice, I went with the Scarlett 2i2, but most people really won't need that. I'm gonna leave two alternatives to this DAC down below. One of them is really well priced at like $50, and it is just a small USB-C cable. For my personal pair of headphones, I went with the Audio-Technica ATH-50s. These are the headphones that Beyonce, Jay-Z, all these amazing musicians use because they're really, really flat. It hasn't been altered in any way, shape, and form to give it a particular sound in the basses or in any other frequency. If you can get these pair of headphones, just know that having a direct connection to the DAC is what's most important. But there are baby brothers to these, which are the ATH-40s. They should sound exactly like them. You'll want to plug in your DAC and your headphones and modify a few things. First is you want to look up MIDI on your Mac, and you're going to want to crank up this sucker over here all the way to the highest number possible. Then you're going to want to switch to lossless audio in Apple Music and crank that sucker up all the way to the max settings for streaming, not downloading. That wraps up the setup and the hardware. Now you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Go ahead and find an album that you really enjoy and make sure that it has this lossless audio symbol to get the best experience, and just hit click and really just sit there in silence experiencing this new audio experience. And that really wraps it up. I hope that you can actually hear the difference because you really have to sit there and meditate on what you're listening to. Just some thoughts though for the end. I don't know if it makes Apple Music that much better than Spotify at the moment, as most of us really do listen to music in our car. That really wraps it up for me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. What are your thoughts? Were you also blown away the first time that you heard Apple Music in this format? At the end of the day, I thank you so much for your time and your attention. My name is SP Hongos, and I'll catch you in the next one.